Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to a new Chinaphone review. So today we're gonna take a look at my new main phone, the Iocean X7S. This is the second part, so if you want to see an unboxing video of this, then please check out my channel. Also the link to the sellers in the description, so if you're interested or want to check out the specs of this amazing octa-core phone, then please check it out. And now let's get started with the review. Okay, so this is how Android on this phone looks like. So this is an MIUI port and it really looks amazing. We also have here capacitive buttons, so we don't have a physical home button, we just have these capacitive buttons which work pretty well. And swiping through the menu or browsing anything on this phone feels so fucking smooth because it has an octa-core CPU and 2 GB of RAM. Here we have the main menu with a lot of apps, and also here we have widgets which you can place on the home screen. But before we take a look at all of those apps, let's check out the settings of the phone. And therefore we just press the capacitive menu button and enter the system settings. Here we go to about the phone to get some basic information about the phone. So here we can see that it is the X7S and it's currently running Android 4.2.2, which is currently the latest version. So currently there is no 4.4 ROM, but I'm pretty sure that there will be one soon. Then now let's go back to the settings and let's see what we can find right over here. First on the top we have wireless and networks, where we can find SIM management. As I said, this phone is a dual SIM phone, so here you can set your default SIM card. Then we have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, but I'm currently now outside so it won't find my home network, and I will show you this later with an outdoor Wi-Fi test. Then let's go back. Further we have data usage, so you can see how much data you have consumed on mobile or Wi-Fi, and you can also set yourself a limit. This is pretty useful. And also here we have airplane mode, VPN, tethering and portable hotspot, mobile networks and USB internet, which is really cool if you want to use your phone as a modem. Okay, then let's go back here and let's check out the device settings. Here we have different audio profiles, we have display settings, and here we have clear motion, which makes videos really smooth. We have different lock screen notifications, different wallpapers for the desktop and for the lock screen. You have pre-installed wallpapers, or you can choose anyone from your gallery. And we also have different themes, as you will see later. Further, you can set different fonts and the display brightness, and we also have wireless display, which is really amazing. Further, we have gesture sensing, so this phone also has a proximity sensor here on the top. And here you can enable gesture sensing for the gallery, music player, browser, launcher, contacts, and for the phone itself. And here on the top you have to enable that. Okay, then let's take a closer look at the storage. So this phone should have 16 GB of internal memory, and this is on 2 partitions. So we have 4 GB here, and here we have 8 GB, which is my SD card. And then we have another called internal SD card, which has about 10 GB. So all in all, you have 16 GB of internal memory. Then let's go back, and further we have here battery. I'm really amazed by the battery lifetime. Here you can enable CPU power saving mode, and basically this throttles your CPU. And I have to say I have had some battery issues on octa-core phones, but on this phone battery lifetime is really great, and it has only a small battery, but you can easily get here through one day. Then here we have apps, here you can see, which are currently running in the background. We have about 700 megabytes used from Android and some background apps, so you have more than 1 GB of free RAM. Here you can also see all apps which are on the phone, and you won't find any China app beside this factory app. Okay, then let's go back. And further here we have location access, so here you can enable GPS, you can enable GPS satellites and Wi-Fi and mobile network location. And GPS on this phone is the best I have ever seen on a Chinaphone. You will later see the GPS test. Further we have security, so here I have different screen locks. We don't have a fingerprint sensor, but we have slide, face unlock, voice unlock, or unlock pattern. Okay, then further we have super user here, unknown sources, so you can install APKs without a problem on this phone. And when it comes to the system language, then most people are afraid that this phone is only in Chinese, but don't worry about that, you can set the display language to anything you want to. And I think by default it came in English. Same goes for the keyboard, we have the Android keyboard here in English, and I've also installed the SwiftKey keyboard, which is really cool. Okay, further we have backup and reset, so you can back up your data or sync it with your Google account. And also we have advanced settings like volume keys awakening and status bar transparency if you like that. Okay, further you can add accounts like Facebook account, Google account, WhatsApp and all that stuff. And don't worry about that, the ROM is safe, so you can add your accounts and they won't get stolen or something. Also we have date and time, scheduled power on and off, and accessibility to make the phone usage easier if you need that. Then a really important point is developer options, which are also on this phone, so you can enable here USB debugging mode, and that is important if you want to flash a new ROM or a recovery, or if you just want to customize your phone with the help of the computer. Further here we have about the phone, and as I said we have here system updates, and here you can check if the ROM you're using is currently up to date, and this is really awesome because you only find this feature on a handful of China phones. I'm not sure if it is working, but I think I'm currently really up to date. Okay, so now we ran through the settings of the phone, and now let's take a look at the apps which are on the phone. As always, we have an Android status bar which opens up if you slide from the top to the bottom, and here you can find notifications. Also here on the right top corner you can access the quick settings, so you can find your owner account, battery stats, airplane mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and GPS as you will see later. We also have data connection and data usage if you need that, different audio profiles so you can quickly switch here between them. We have different brightness levels and also auto brightness. I've now set it to maximum. And further we have display timeout, auto rotation and wireless display, which works really amazing if you have a compatible wireless display device. Okay, so that were the quick settings of the phone, and now let us take a closer look at the proximity sensor. So I'm not 100% satisfied with it, as it only works within a distance of 2 or 3 centimeters, so it definitely needs some calibration, but left and right works pretty well. Only in front of the camera it's a little bit hard to find the right distance, but actually it's working pretty good, but it definitely needs a little bit more calibration. Okay, that were gestures, and now let us take a closer look at all the apps which are on the phone. So on the bottom here you can see the quick access bar, which you can also customize, and by default here we have the telephone app, the messaging app and all that stuff. And now let's start with the telephone app. So as I said, this is a dual SIM phone. You can set your default SIM card in the settings, and here just dial a number, then hit the green button to call people. And I have to say the call quality on this phone is really amazing. It works also indoor perfectly, but don't set the speaker to maximum because it's fucking loud. Here we have the call log so you can see your missed calls, and here we have contacts, and you can import contacts from your Google account, SIM card or any other account. Okay, then further here we have contacts where we were before. Also here we can access the main menu where we have all the apps, and you can also find a shitload of widgets. Here we have the messaging app. You can also use Google Hangouts, but I really don't like that fucking Google shit. I just use the normal messaging apps here with the SwiftKey keyboard, which is really amazing because you can just slide here over the keyboard and type. And for me that's much better than the standard Android keyboard. And you can find that in the Google Play Store. Then here we have the browser, and yeah, let's check out some movie playback on YouTube and see if it is lagging. So let's go to youtube.com. I'm currently connected with H+, so up to 20 Mbits or something. And let's see if we can find some full HD movies. So there we go, full HD movie. And yeah, let's take this one right over here. And let's see how fast the playback is and if it is lagging. Let's also activate here high quality, and as you can see, auto rotation also works on this phone. So I have to say the movie playback, if you watch it directly in the browser, is not lagging at all. And I have to say movie playback on this phone is really amazing because it has a full HD IPS display with great viewing angles. And movie playback is also not lagging because we have an octa-core CPU, we have 2 GB of fucking RAM, and the speaker is really nice. We have a 3D speaker, and it's really fucking loud, and you will later also hear an MP3 playback. Okay, so that was the movie playback, and basically now we went here through the apps which are here on my home screen. But now let's access the main menu and let's check this out. So we have different pages which are full with apps, and we also have here widgets which you can place on your home screen. So just tap on the widget which you want to place anywhere on your home screen, hold it, and then you can place it here anywhere on your screen. Really nice. And here we have the Antutu widget, which I use a lot to monitor the hardware of the phone. Okay, then here on the top we have the Google status bar, which is also a widget. And now let's check out the apps which are here on the phone. Let's start with the first page. Here we have some shit apps which I've installed, but we also have here Baidu Map, which was pre-installed, and I don't use Baidu. I like Google and I hate fucking Baidu, so let's uninstall that. But yeah, it comes pre-installed and you can uninstall all those pre-installed apps if you want to. And further we have a calculator, calendar and the camera application. The back camera is really nice. It has 13 megapixels, tap autofocus and an LED flash, and it's not laggy and the colors look really good. We also have different modes like HDR, motion track mode, smile mode and all that stuff. And we also have different settings which we can find right over here, like GPS location info, white balance, anti-flicker, different color effects, zero shutter delay and picture size. So in 4:3 mode we have 13 megapixels and in 16:9 mode we only have 9.5 megapixels, and that sucks a little bit if you want to have widescreen photos. But if you don't care about that, then just take 4:3 photos with 13 megapixels. And you can also record videos with this phone, and this phone supports full HD recording. You can also set the video quality in the settings. Here we have LED flash settings, and here we can switch to the front camera, which should have 5 megapixels and actually looks really good. Okay, so that was the camera application, and now let's take some test photos. Okay, so we're now here outside and my cat decided to chase some ducks which are here in the pond, and I want to capture that. So if I want to focus on the cat, for instance, I can tap here on the screen. Also, this phone supports object tracking, so if you tap on the object for a longer time, then it will start to track it. And the picture quality in 16:9 is not the best because it only has 10 megapixels. So if you really want to take high quality photos, then you should switch to 4:3 mode. We can also capture videos, therefore we have to tap at this button here and then it starts recording. This phone supports full HD movie recording, it's not laggy at all and also the colors look good. So definitely better than on the most Chinaphones. Also we can take a look now at the front camera, and now here's the front camera, and also with the front camera you can take photos or videos. Okay, then let's switch back, and basically that's it. If you want to, I can also upload some test photos, for instance with HDR or high quality photos, into the description. So if you want that, then just tell me that with a comment down below. We are now here back in the main menu, and now let's take a look at the other apps. One really interesting thing is the RAM usage of the phone. CleanMaster tells me 91% of the RAM is used, but this is a common reading issue on those octa-core phones. If you take a look at apps and running apps, then you can see that a little bit more than half of the RAM is used, but not 90%. So you have about 800 megabytes of free RAM, also if you have some applications in the background. Then here you can see the clock, so we have an alarm clock and counter and all that stuff. And regarding the look of the phone, we have different desktop wallpapers and also themes, as we will see later. Also downloads, Google Drive, Dropbox and all that stuff was included. Then here on the second page we have a FM radio, and therefore you have to connect your headset because your headset acts as an antenna, and without the headset it will not work. Then here you can see the gallery, so you can see the photos which I've made. You can also playback movies, and I have here some China stuff on my SD card which I had in another phone. So let's try the movie playback.
Will you be my girlfriend?
And as you can see, the speaker is pretty loud, and the movie playback is really smooth on this phone. Also, if you play HD movies, work without a problem. But that was not everything which is on the phone. Further, we have all that Google applications like Google Mail, Google Settings, and also the new Hangouts. You don't have to use Hangouts, you can still use the old SMS application, but if you want to use Hangouts, you have to confirm your phone number. Okay, then further we have King User, so I have installed that, so I've rooted this phone. By default it is not rooted, but you can root it with one click. Also here we have Google Maps, works pretty well, but you have to have internet connection, and the H+ internet connection is really fast here on this phone, but it currently does not support LTE because the SoC does not support it. Yeah, as I said, we also have the old messaging app if you don't want to use Hangouts. We have a movie studio, so you can cut movies here directly on your phone. We also have here the music player, so you can copy MP3s to your phone and listen here to music. And now let's try here some movie playback to see the speaker quality. So this is the maximum volume, and here on the back side you can see the speaker. Actually pretty nice quality. Okay, so that was the sound quality, and I have to say it's pretty good. Then now let's check out the other applications. First we have navigation pre-installed, and it works really nice. You will later see the GPS test. Also we have the Google Play Store here on this phone. So as I said, this is a full Android device, and this is the original Google Play Store, not a modded Play Store. So this is the original one, and you can download any app, game, book or music you want to. There are no restrictions, every app is working on the phone, you don't get incompatible phone or something, and this really works well. So now let's just try to install Cut the Rope 2. Just tap at it, go to install, and as you can see, it's downloading and installing, and you don't get the wrong phone or something. Okay, then let's go back here and let's check out the other applications. Therefore we re-enter here the main menu. And further I've installed Software Security, so this is a good way to keep your ROM safe, also to remove China apps. And here on the last page we have different themes, so if you don't like the MIUI theme, then you can just switch back to the old system theme. Just tap at it, go to apply, and then it looks just like the old Android version. And as you can see, here we have the old theme. But I don't really like that. I really like the new MIUI theme, so I will switch back later. But now let's check out the other applications. Further we have a torch, and here we can test the LED flash, so this is now maximum. And I have to say the LED flash on my Galaxy S4 for instance is brighter, but it's good to take photos at night. It's definitely better than on China clones, for instance the HTC S4, there was the LED flash really weak, but on this phone it's okay. It's not as bright for instance than on my S4, but it's okay. Okay, so now we went through all of the apps which are on the phone and which I've installed on the phone and which are important. And now let's do a little GPS test. So for this we will enter the MTK engineering mode, and there we go to location and wide GPS. And wide GPS is a good way to test the GPS performance. Oh wow, GPS fix found after 976 milliseconds. That's not even 1 second, and you are connected to 4 satellites. And then it starts to connect to more satellites. So now we have 6, 7, 8, and the GPS on this phone is really amazing. Definitely the best one I've ever seen on a Chinaphone. Here's also the Wi-Fi test, so I'm still outside and I'm getting a good Wi-Fi signal. As you can see, I'm currently connected, link speed 81 megabytes per second. Okay, that was Wi-Fi, and now let's take a closer look at the USB charging port. So to charge the phone you're using a micro USB cable, and that's a little bit annoying because it's upside down in, and I've had the Galaxy S4 before where it was not upside down and I always plug it in wrong, but you get used to that. Then here on the top, on the right top corner, there's an LED which lightens up when you charge the phone, if you're on low battery or if you get notifications. But the overall build quality of the phone feels and looks amazing. And now you will see some benchmarks, so just sit down and enjoy, and afterwards you will hear my feedback.
Honestly, try honesty, no. Just tell me what I want to hear, 'cause it could save us. Let me fly, I've got my hopes, but I can hardly see why I'm still chasing. It's not worth it for me anymore. Crashed and burned 100 times, I'm lost. I just can't let this go. Every last chance I had is gone, but I just can't let you know. I just can't let you know. But I just can't let you know. just can't let you know. I just can't let you know.
Okay, so we're now at the end of this review, and here comes my conclusion. With the Iocean X7S you cannot do anything wrong. The specs, the display and the overall build quality is amazing. The only things which I don't really like are, it's completely made out of plastic, not waterproof, and currently there are not many ROMs. But let's see what the future brings. If you also want to buy that phone, then check out the link in the description. Just be sure to order from a top merchant like eFit or iBaby88. And if you have questions to this phone, then feel free to ask or visit my new website, which is chinadevices.com, and post a new thread. So as always guys, thanks for watching, and I hope I see you again in my next videos. Bye bye!